What's up, pizza punks? It's Missy, and today we're gonna be talking about my stretched lobes. Before we get started, if you don't like stretched ears, you think they're gross, you are offended by them, don't watch this video because no one wants to hear you complain about it, so bye. If you're looking for answers on how to stretch your ears, the proper way to stretch your ears, or anything like that, this isn't the video because I'm going to be talking about how I stretched mine, which was the wrong way. I started stretching my ears at the young age of 10. I know, that's really young, but I did. My brother's friend had 3-inch stretched ears, and he used to put pop cans in them, and that fascinated the heck out of me. And I wanted to do that myself. I begged my mom to go have my ears re-pierced, and we went out to good old Walmart and got them re-pierced. And after the 3 or 4 month period that I waited to have them healed up completely, I started stretching them, which I didn't call it stretching back then. I called it making holes in my ears. So already I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm also doing it in secret, so that's even worse. So all I basically did was tug on my ear studs every single day until my ears were stretched far enough that I was able to pull the back through my ear hole. At that time, I knew I needed to get bigger earrings, and I went back to Walmart because I was 10. Where else am I gonna go? And bought some bigger earrings, and they were just horseshoe rings, which I think they were actually for your septum, and they were at, I think, a size 14 or 16. And I just kept putting those through and tugging on them like I did before until I was able to pull the ball through my ear. And way back in 2005 or 6, stretching your ears wasn't very common, especially in the very tiny town that I live in, so there was not a lot of places that sold it. I'm sure Hot Topic and Spencer's sold body jewelry that would have worked, but I was only 10 and didn't go to the mall very often and didn't have money to buy them. Most of the time I just told my mom that they were new earrings that I wanted and she would buy them for me. So I was stuck at, I think the lowest I was able to go was a 14. And I was stuck at that size until I was about 13 years old and I was in 9th grade. So now I'm old enough, I have my own money, I'm able to go to the mall when I want, and I found a pack of tapers at Hot Topic. So if you don't know what tapers are, they're usually about this long. One end is smaller and it tapers up to a bigger size. And I don't actually think you're supposed to use tapers to stretch. I'm not sure. Someone out there I think told me that's the wrong way to do it. I don't really care anymore because I can't do it. But back then I thought that was how you did it. So basically all I did was slowly inch through until it got to the biggest size, and then I'd put the pair of plugs that it came with in my ear. Again, still doing this in secret, no idea what I'm doing still. So I did that up until I was about 15, I would say, whenever I met my current boyfriend, Alec, and then he started stretching his ears with me. We're both at about the same size now, which was about my size of my pinky. I don't remember what size this is because my ears obviously aren't that size anymore. And I had a friend named Josh who had 1-inch stretched ears, and I was very jealous of them. Like super jealous. I wanted my ears to be really huge, and his made mine look smaller than they already were. This is when everything went to complete crap. So now me and my boyfriend are kind of competing to see who can get the biggest ears, and we're doing it the wrong way. So we spent all of our money and time at Spencer's buying tapers and plugs, and we're stretching our ears like crazy. Instead of waiting months in between, we're just doing it like weeks. Like we would have one size one week, the next week another size, the next week another size, and it was very damaging to our ears. And the way that we did it was even more crap. We would buy silicone tunnels, put them in, it would open the hole, and then a week later we would put in an acrylic plug. So we constantly had red, inflamed, infected ears, and we couldn't figure out why. Probably because we were idiots stretching our ears with silicone tunnels. We were 15, what else do we know? So we did that procedure up until we were about the size probably of my finger. So we stayed at about that size for, I would say, a year, because we were realizing that our ears were getting too infected all the time and we couldn't handle doing it anymore. So the summer of 2011, I want to say, I was like 16. I went to Cedar Point for the first time. No clue that you shouldn't wear plugs on roller coasters. Rode this one, ripped my plug right out of my ear, and instantly made it really irritated, infected, and it gave me a blowout. And I think it was this ear, I think. So I had no idea what to do about that. I just sized down both my ears to a smaller size and kept them at that size for a while, which is what you're supposed to do, but it freaked me out and it made me mad that I had to go smaller. So after they were healed again, I started doing the whole putting bigger sizes in too fast and made it to 1 inch by the following year in 2013. By then I realized I was allergic to silicone, I was allergic to acrylic and I was allergic to stainless steel. So all I was wearing was stone plugs. So I wore my stone plugs, which were opal ones, for a good long time. I'm pretty sure I had them when I graduated. I kept them in until that summer. Summer rolls around, I am an idiot and put silicone ones in. They were very, very cheap silicone. Wore them for about a week and my ears got super infected. Had to take them out again. Had to go to the doctor and get antibiotics because my ears were that infected. And my ears shrank down to about a 3/4, which I think is the size below an inch. I don't know measurements, I'm not good at math, who knows, who cares? But I had to size down again, which also pissed me off even more. And I stayed at that size until I think the following year. So I took a big long gap in between that. And then I researched on how to properly stretch your ears and how to take care of them properly, doing sea salt soaks, yada yada yada, and began actually properly stretching my ears. And then what I did then was what I did when I was really little, way smarter when I was 10 than when I was 13. Don't know how, but I was. And I would just put in my earrings and tug on them every day. I wore stone all the time. Stone's heavy, helps in stretching. So that's what I would do, and I would just tug on them every day until I got to the next size, buy another pair of stone, blah 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 blah. A lot of people told me that it's not healthy to stretch with stone, but I couldn't stretch with anything else. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not informing anybody on how to do this. This is how I did it. This is what worked for me. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. This is just what I did. That's how I got to this size. I don't remember like anything past getting to like a little over an inch. Like I don't remember stretching my ears after that for some reason. I don't remember when I got this big. I don't. Which right now they are 38 millimeters, which is 1.5 inches. I don't think I'm going any bigger. But yeah, so that's how I got to this size, really. Trial and error, 10 years later, they're healthy. I feel like this video was all over the place and I didn't really say much. Sorry. I'm gonna say this though, don't do what I did and jump sizes within weeks. You should really wait a month in between each size like I did to get to this. A lot of people kept asking me to do a video about how I take care of them. I don't really do anything to my ears at all. They're like the easiest thing to take care of. I don't take them out when I sleep because these are squishy and they're comfy. If I wear my wooden or stone ones, which the stone ones are very heavy, I take them out. But if I take them out too much, it really irritates my ears, so that's why I leave them in. About once a week, I'll take my tunnels out and then just wash my ears and my tunnels while I'm in the shower and then just lotion them up and put them back in. I feel like a lot of other people take better care of their ears than I do, but they're really low maintenance. They're healed up and there's not really much you need to do to them besides lotion them up and make sure that they're happy. So that was my video, guys. I'm sorry if this video was just me rambling about a bunch of weird things. That's my ears, that's my story. That's how I almost destroyed my earlobes. But okay guys, thanks for watching. Have a super duper fantastic day. Mwah.